Welcome to morning coffee break. It was sunny. Now it's all kind of overcast right now. Okay, it's Wednesday, August 14th. Well, August is halfway through already, pretty much. Wow. Currently it's 69 degrees. High today's 85. 2% chance of rain, and winds are at 2 miles per hour right now. I have a doctor's appointment today. I was supposed to go for my blood work today, and then my infusion Thursday, tomorrow, and then, but I also had, the day before I go for my blood work, to check it, to see if it's okay to do the infusion, but I have a doctor's appointment today too. So we never know how things are going to go when you go get your blood work. You might be there a while. You might go in there and be back out in 15 minutes. You just never know how busy you're going to be. And sometimes there are, a couple of the girls in the lab that take your blood. Some of them won't, might be sick or not there for some reason, and that makes it take a lot longer. So we were kind of not liking that they were on the same day. So Joy called the Regional Cancer Center and asked him if I could go ahead and come in and get my blood work on Tuesday because of the doctor's appointment I had on Wednesday, and they said that would be fine. So we went on and had that done, so I don't have to do that today. So I do have the doctor's appointment at 2:20 today, and then I'll have my infusion tomorrow. So it'll be 3 days in a row of doing things with, medical stuff. So anyway, so yesterday we did an out and about with Mike and Joy to get my blood work done for my infusion. So we went ahead and did an out and about to there, and then after we left there, we stopped filming though at the Regional Cancer Center, and we went to a grocery outlet. And one of the reasons that I didn't film anymore also is because Joy wanted me to drive. She drove there, and she wanted me to drive, so she's just a little nervous about holding the camera and filming. So I said no problem. So then we went to, like I said, grocery outlet. So tomorrow tomorrow should be Logan's. If we do Logan's show tomorrow, it'll be Friday that the haul will come out from grocery outlet. If for some reason we do Logan's Awesome Snack Reviews on Friday, then tomorrow would be the grocery outlet haul. Does that make enough sense? So either way, they'll both be good, really good videos. They just had tons of stuff, and they had lots of markdowns too. We got quite a few markdown stuff, so we got a ton of stuff for little money, like usual. Okay, let's see what I think. We're gonna have we were supposed to have this the other day, and we ended up having something else. Maybe that was the day we went out to eat, or went and got Pals. I'm not for sure. But we never had the Velveeta thing. I see it over there, the Velveeta Ultimate Cheeseburger Macaroni. I think that's what it's called. And some green beans. So that's what we're going to have tonight. Okay, jokes. Let me get something on it. I don't know what that is. I need a paper towel. Okay. All right. A bear walks into a bar and says, "Give me whiskey and cola." "Why the big pause?" asked the bartender. The bear shrugged. "I'm not sure. I was born with them." Oh, let's see. That thing's too big. Okay. Mr. Jones is on a business trip and has bought some fish to bring home to his wife. The fish was very expensive, so Mr. Jones decides to hide it until the next day when he would leave the hotel. The fish is well packaged in multiple layers of paper, so Mr. Jones hides it between the leaves of a rather large plant in his room. Sounds kind of weird. On the day of his departure, Mr. Jones oversleeps and has to hastily pack all his stuff in order to catch his train. He, of course, forgets the fish. Embarrassed about his mishap, he doesn't tell the hotel when he finds out. 2 weeks later, he gets a message from the hotel that says, "Dear Mr. Jones, all is forgiven. Just tell us where it is." Looks like he'd be able to follow the smell, you know. So anyway, and our thought of the day is from Ray Bradbury. Life is trying things to see if they work. Okay, trivia time, everybody. I think this is the one I was looking at. Put it on play. Okay, can you master this quiz on branches of medicine and medical vocabulary? Unfortunately, I've learned quite a bit. What is the medical term for an abnormal increase in blood pressure? Hypertension, hypotension, arrhythmia, bradycardia. It is hypertension, which I have, but is controlled with my medicine very well. Blood pressure is a measurement of the force exerted against the walls of your arteries as your heart pumps blood to your body. Okay. Yeah. Okay, which term refers to the prediction of the likely course of an illness? Hypochondria, diagnosis, retrodiction, prognosis. I've seen plenty of, also I've seen plenty of series on TV, you know, like hospitals, and what was that one, Chicago Hope? Used to like that one, we did. And we used to like House. Then you also had, what was all that other, there's a bunch of other ones, you know. So anyway, I say prognosis is the prognosis. Yes. The prognosis, Greek foreknowing, foreseeing, is a medical term for predicting the likely or expected development of a disease, including whether the signs and symptoms will improve or worsen, and this or that. I hope I just had two so far. I was talking, I don't know if I wrote them all down. What is the medical term for surgery that changes the shape of the nose? Colostomy, rhinoplasty, mastectomy, arthroplasty. Well, it's not colostomy, I can tell you that for sure, because I have an ostomy myself from all the surgeries on my intestines and stuff. Okay, I think, and of course it's not mastectomy, I think it's rhinoplasty. Yeah. A rhinoplasty, commonly called nose job or nasal reconstruction, is a plastic surgery procedure for altering and reconstructing the nose. And you know what? I've seen some of those that got botched, and, you know, it just, you know, poor old Michael Jackson. You know, there was nothing wrong with his nose, not one thing wrong with it. I guess he just, in his mind, you know, and I don't know how many surgeries he had on his nose, but it ruined it, you know. It didn't look right. I mean, if y'all remember, I mean, so anyway. What is the medical term for a sideways curvature of the spine? And they got this picture, this old, it looks like the doctor's squeezing this poor old woman to death back there. Pushing together. Okay, sideways curvature of the spine. Endometriosis. You know, like how I can pronounce these even. Amoebiasis. Amoebiasis. Influenza. Scoliosis. It is scoliosis. Yes. Scoliosis is where the spine twists and curves to the side. It can affect people from any age, from babies to adults, but most often starts in children aged 10 to 15. Okay, this one's kind of easy in my opinion. What is a doctor who treats skin conditions called? Skinologist, oncologist, dermatologist, podiatrist. Is a skinologist, is that a real thing? I mean, I've never heard of that before. That's kind of bogus, I think. Anyway, it is dermatologist. A dermatologist is a doctor who specializes in conditions involving the skin, hair, and nails. Which medical term means referring to the bones? Hi, kitty. Cardio, pulmonary, osteo, renal. Okay, I don't think it's cardio. That's, you know, to do with your heart. What's pulmonary? Is that part of your, like, breathing? Because there's pulmonary, I forget what they call that one. Osteo or renal? I don't think it's renal. I think it's osteo because, you know, yeah, osteo biflex. You ever heard of that? I got Logan some of that for his joints and stuff. So that was my indication. 98% said osteo. The roots, as always, are essential medical terminology knowledge because once you master these roots, you can break down any skeletal related word and discover its meaning. Wow. Which medical specialty focuses on disorders of the eyes and vision? Urology, ophthalmology, pulmonology, orthopedics. It's not orthopedics. Well, urology, I mean, that's not, you know, that's not that. Pulmonology. I think it's ophthalmology. Yes. Ophthalmologists are physicians specializing in the comprehensive medical and surgical care of the eyes and vision. I got 7 right, no wrong. What medical specialty means study of women in Greek? Anesthetics, orthopedics, pediatrics. It's not, shouldn't it be pediatrics, not P-A-E-D? P-A-E-D-I-A-T-R-I-C-X. I thought it was P-E-D, pediatrics. I don't know. Gynecology. Okay, I think everybody probably know this one. Gynecology. A doctor whose expertise in gynecology is usually also an obstetrician or a physician who provides prenatal and childbirth care to pregnant women. And the reason Logan was born premature is because her gynecologist, or whatever you want to call him, didn't catch an infection which made her rupture, you know, I mean, her water break. He didn't catch it. So that's why Logan was born at 26 weeks and weighed 1 pound, 13 ounces. And then he, you know, they always lose a little weight when they're first born. He got down to 1 pound, 8 ounces. It was like 13 and a half inches, I think. So he's lucky to be here, but that doctor, you know, actually caused a lot of his problems that way because of being born premature. So that's awful. We probably should have, you know, done something about what happened, but we never did. Okay, 8 right, none wrong. What is a medical term for an inflammation of the liver? Appendicitis, diverticulitis, colitis, hepatitis. I've had what they thought was appendicitis, and it turned out that I had perforated colon, and it was next to my appendix. So it was it inflamed my appendix, and they thought that's what was wrong with me, appendicitis. Took me into surgery. They took my appendix out, but then they realized I had perforated colon, and because I had eaten before the surgery, you know, emergency surgery, that's why I got septic shock. Some of your food came out from those, when they had to take part of my colon out, some of the food got out into my body and poisoned me. About killed me, honestly, about really. They said if I, you know, I was like 26, I think, because Jackie had been born 5 days before that, and they said if I hadn't been in such good shape, I probably wouldn't be here too. They said I was flopping around. They had 5 orderlies holding me down on the gurney. I didn't know anything. I didn't know anything that happened for like a couple days, and they couldn't hold me down on it. They said I was knocking them around, like, you know, just knocking them away and stuff. And they were, you know, pretty big guys. So anyway, yeah, it's okay. Appendicitis, diverticulitis, colitis, and hepatitis. Hepatitis. Yes, hepatitis means inflation. Inflammation of the liver. The liver is a vital organ that processes nutrients, filters the blood, and fights infections. When it's inflamed or damaged, its function can be affected. One more. What is the medical term for bone loss? And I know this too because I have this, and so does Joy. I've been taking, I guess it's the generic equivalent of Fosamax for years now. They showed me the x-ray, or they did like a, what do you call them, like a, where they can see the babies and stuff, you know, a sonogram or whatever it is. They did something like that on my hips and stuff, and she showed me, and you could see little bitty holes. So I've been taking that for years. I don't know what, you know, how bad it is now or not, but my hip still hurts. Both of them do, mainly my left. So anyway, the answers are osteoporosis, anemia, cholera, leukemia. So it's osteoporosis. Yes. Osteoporosis, or weak bones, is a disease that causes bones to become brittle and more likely to fracture. With osteoporosis, the bones lose density. Bone density is the amount of calcified bone tissue that's in the bones. Yeah, it means that the person is at risk for bone fractures even with everyday activities or minor accidents or falls. That's why I try not to fall, you know, for one thing. But I think it might be a little better than it was. I haven't had it rechecked, but I've been taking that medicine ever since. So anyway, I got a perfect score today, everybody. I hate that it has to be on medical stuff, you know, but honestly, I've seen so much and been through so much. It's unbelievable. 14 operations, and you know, God has really helped me, and we found the Entyvio, which I'm going for infusion, you know, tomorrow, and that is the only thing that has ever helped me that I've taken, and I've taken, I can't tell you how many. different pills and shots and stuff I've had before that didn't do anything. So anyway, one combination nearly killed me another time. It stopped my blood. It stopped making. I stopped making my red blood cells to replace the dead ones, and it also raised my what's the other one? The white blood cells. It messed them up too. So I was all messed up. So anyway, I've talked about that one before. So thanks so much for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed it. If you did, I hope you'll press that like button right there. Also subscribe if you haven't already. That's about right there. And hit that right there so you get all my videos as soon as they come out. Everybody, I hope you have a great day and morning, and definitely check out Out and About with Mike and Joy when we went to get my blood work done. Thanks, and have a great day, everybody, and God bless.